Hey everybody. So I actually shot a video a couple days ago, but it was I wasn't really paying attention, and it was like almost an hour long, and it was all over the place. Like I made like one or two key points that I was pretty proud of, but I figured if they're important enough I can remake it, later in when I have a better centered train of thought. So let's see. What do I want to talk about? This is going to be more of like an update, just a BS video. Right now I'm currently 11 days ahead in, well, by the time this video goes out, I'll be like 4 days ahead, or 3 days ahead. But, I'm a little ahead in Sky Factory. I think I'm pretty much done with it. Like, kill the Wither, kill the Ender Dragon, and end it off. Because, I mean, it's the same thing I've done a million times, and yeah, I can go and make, some container to hold 32 billion nether stars, but what's the point? There's no reason to use them other than the generator, and if I pop them in the generator to make more power, I don't really have anything to use that much power. So, I mean, it's kind of just, there's a lot of things in the mod pack that kind of dead end off, and it's kind of upsetting, because it's a good mod pack. It's just like, things like sulfur, niter, bitumen, I think a couple of them have some things to make oil, or maybe a method to make gunpowder or fertilizer, but it's pretty much another fuel source. Like, everything's a fuel source, and that's all there is. So, I'm pretty done with it. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know, and that's something I wanted to talk about in this video. Actually, I'm just going to go all over the place again, because that seems to be the method. I'm probably going to buy a mic for the computer. I found a mic that was a mic headset thing. That was $8. They just got them in at Dollar General. And I got the voice screaming in the back of my head saying, you get what you pay for, don't do it. But at the same time, it can't be worse than not having a mic. And I'm thinking the weak points are probably going to be the wire connections. So as long as I don't do anything stupid like, I don't know, get up while it's still on my head and rip the cord out of the computer, it should be alright, for the most part. And if not, then I can either return it or I lose $8, which isn't good, but isn't the end of the world either. So it's not something I want to do. I can use that $8 to buy other things, but it's a gamble. And I'm gonna, like I said before, I'm gonna lose either way. Actually, that was in the other video, so it doesn't really matter. I quit smoking. I think this is like day 5 without a cigarette, and I'm still continuing to drink, so that's freaking amazing. I get the urge if I get bored enough, but I think I started strong this time with a whole, I'm tired of this crap. I'm dropping, $10 a week or $10 every 2 weeks just on smokes, and it's not doing anything for me except being an excuse to go outside, when I should just find a different excuse that's, cheaper or free. So, there's that. At the end of the next Sky Factory video, the next one coming out, I have signs posted where I said about a new mod pack I might be doing. It's getting into wintertime, so I might as well find mod packs to do, because there's not going to be very many projects I can do. I have one cooking project I thought up. I really like biscotti. It's an Italian cookie, and I really like it dipped in coffee. So I want to learn to make it. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'm good with the hands-on kind of skills, so it shouldn't be too bad. The hardest part's going to be deciding what I actually want in it, rather than the actual making it. It's basically like making a loaf of bread and then toasting said loaf of bread. That's the basic principle. You're taking you're baking a cookie in a loaf form, slicing it into inch thick, sections, give it that biscotti dome look, and then you're baking it again until it's relatively dried out but not burnt. And that's the science behind it. So it's not going to be difficult. It's going to be more of what I put in it, the finishing touches, and how it tastes at the end. The thing with baking is, it's pretty easy, like, for the most part. But, I mean, it's hard to screw up until you start, garnishing it. Until you decide what you want in it and on it. That's when you start screwing up, because, you can... I watched a video on, like, a lemon cranberry one. I definitely don't want that. It'd be kind of good if I was using it with tea, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. I think I want to do something dark chocolate. With dark chocolate drizzle, maybe some sort of shaved toasted almonds. I don't know. Think of something. That's a different subject. I want to do like a vote thing on mod packs. I still have people watching me. It's only a couple, but there's still people checking out my videos from here and there. And Sky Factory 1 is done by... I did a little bit of research, and while I'm editing videos, I watch other people play. And there's probably 100 YouTubers doing it, so... I mean... And the reason I kind of do the whole monkey see, monkey do kind of thing is because it's tried and true. If these big famous wannabe, superstars are playing it, that means the mod pack's gonna function properly. So that's one reason I usually follow in footsteps of somebody else. I can't tell you how many times I did research, found packs that I liked, played said packs, got 3 or 4 episodes in, maybe 6 hours of gameplay, and the whole thing crashes. And it's just upsetting. So if I pick something somebody else is already doing, then more than likely the flaws in my programming are the flaws in my computer, not the mod pack. So then it's something I can attempt to fix. But so we're gonna get back into the main discussion. There was some Witch's Crucible, and I was really into it. I was really thinking it was gonna be good because I could learn to do Noirs Nouveau or whatever it's called, the mod pack. And there's a few mod packs in there that I haven't touched upon yet, so it'd be nice to learn. And of course, there's the classic Magic mods, like I think probably Thaumcraft's probably in there, some deviation, Silent Gear for tolls, Britannia, of course. But the problem that I found with it, the biggest problem that bothers me with most mod packs that I find and think look cool to begin with, is when you load it up and you go into it and you look at the recipes and you find out that the person that constructed this really cool looking mod pack didn't take any of the time to change any recipes. So like, for instance, Silent Gear can't use any of the materials from the Advent of Ascensions mod because it wasn't programmed in. And that just, to me, it ruins it. To me, it's like, you know what? I can pick these mod packs, throw them all into a file, and be done with it, instead of, downloading somebody else's and giving them praise, and that's really all they did. So I'm still leaving it on the list to do, because even if it is just a, throw everything in and see how it works kind of mod pack, I can still play some of the mods, but it upsets me. And another one that stood out, get ready for this, was Seopolis, I think it's called. I'm going to go back here to finish up the video, I think. Take a little bit of the longer way. This walk's been taking less and less time every time I go. But, where was I? So, Seopolis, I think it's called, is a C-Block mod pack. And it's another one that everybody's doing. I think, Direwolf 20, System Collapse might be doing it. Chosen Architect might be doing it. So, like, a lot of the big names are doing it. But yeah, I think it's an FTB pack. So it's pretty good. So, I mean, I was thinking about getting into it. I kind of wanted something RPG quests kind of idea instead of a structured mod pack like the Skyblock I just did, because I like to mix it up. But, I mean, when I have some sort of structure, I can kind of move forward in a sense. Like, I think one of the best mod packs I probably played, besides Sky Factory 3, was Pokéhoncraft, because there were things I definitely didn't like about it, and when my world got corrupted, I was pretty upset. But there was a lot to do in the mod pack, and the guy took the time to actually integrate things together. So as it had its flaws, it was probably one of the best mod packs I played, and I was looking for something else like that. Unfortunately, I'm not well educated or well versed on the Minecraft community, so usually I learn about new mod packs by other people playing them. The one guy, I actually talked to him when we were doing Pokéhoncraft. We were doing it at the same time, not together. We don't know each other or anything. I drop him a line here and there. He actually got a couple hundred subscribers now. Compared to me, I got like 25 or so. But he has a dedicated gaming channel, and mine's just a mosh pit of whatever I decide to do that day. So I mean, having structure might have helped him out a bit. But Shadow Mew, and he's doing an SAO mod pack. Honestly, I think it looks pretty dumb. Like, when I heard he was gonna do it, I was like, I had high hopes. But then when I actually saw it play the first couple episodes, it's like an Advent of Ascension RL craft with a couple custom weapons. But he didn't get too far into it, so it might change. Don't take my word for it. Some of the other things. But he was playing this one, which I'm not sure if my computer can handle it, because the graphics look pretty intense, but it's a Minecraft mod pack. It's like a survivalist kind of thing. Like, what's it called? What's that game called? Into the Dark, or Deep Dark, or something. And you have to, like, chop trees, get sticks, split nap to make weapons, scavenge structures. You know, it's like apocalyptic-ish, or like post-apocalyptic, and it looks real cool. I'm thinking about finding out where he downloaded it from, and maybe trying that one. So right now, the three major ones that I'm looking at, I think I downloaded 5 so far that I gotta look into, but the 3 major ones, probably Seopolis, whatever that survival one Shadow Mew's doing looks pretty cool. And then, Witch's Crucible, or Wizard's Crucible. But, like I said, the idea behind it, fantastic, got me in the door. But the execution has much to be desired. So, that might actually make its way off the list if I can find a better magic mod pack that I want to do. I think I'm going to wrap up there. It's probably about a half an hour. So, I think I got most of my points across. I'm going to get back into the whole better world scheme of things and talk more about some of those kind of things, but I want to kind of watch my step a bit. I don't want to talk about things that I don't know about, or that I don't readily observe and understand in some sense or another. So I kind of want to just make sure that if somebody decides to try to argue with me, I have at least a way to defend my thought process, which usually isn't that difficult, because when I say something, I usually mean it. So, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Until then, catch you next time.